Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Monday's Morning. I'm Pumapi Kamsom.
Report that as many as 71 constituencies MPs from various parties have been on a checklist of MPs by the Election Commission seems to be more true than rumors, as the EC had yet to come to deny the reports as fake news.
แอมบุษกรทองอลามพิธาลิมเจริญรัตน์ stated that the pending of MP elects 30 of which are within the coalition will not affect the formation of the government.
I'm Edison Yansran. Admiral Cheng Chai Shomcheng-pat, the Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Thai Navy, disclosed that the military is closely observing the political developments in Thailand, particularly the ongoing process of the government formation. And in world news, Army fans celebrate the 10th anniversary of K-pop sensation BTS. But first, we will begin today with Starting Point, Your World, in just 1 minute.
Bring a friend, join the crowd, whoever want to come along, sings South Korea's BTS in the 2020 hit song Dynamite. This week the band celebrates its 10th anniversary with a festival in Seoul.
All that on Monday mornings.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has met with his counterpart in Beijing. Blinken is the highest-ranking official of the Biden administration to visit China amid the sour ties between the two countries.
Saudi Arabia's foreign minister arrived in Tehran on Saturday. He says his country is willing to reopen its embassy in Iran's capital.
ก็เพิ่งทราบข่าวข้อเท็จจริงต่างๆว่าผมไปเกี่ยวข้องในเรื่องการที่มาร้องทุกข์กล่าวโทษกับพวกผมณเวลานี้ก็เลยอยากจะทราบข้อเท็จจริงว่าผมถูกกล่าวหาว่าทำผิดอย่างไรบ้างยืนยันว่าทำหน้าที่โดยสุจริตแล้วถูกต้องตามภารกิจทุกอย่าง
The details later in just a minute.
This program was made possible by the Department of Foreign Languages of Bangkok Kong Bo Warn Wit Tayayon School.
Report that as many as 71 constituencies MPs from various parties have been on a checklist of MPs by the Election Commission seems to be more true than rumors, as the EC had yet to come to deny the reports as fake news, despite the news being out in the public domain for past 36 hours. The reports were leaked to indicate the expected announcement of the May 4, 2023 election result. In the Secretary's poll result report, all but 71 constituency MPs elect were sent for approval by the EC, with the rest still pending investigation and are expected to be submitted to the EC next week, together with 100 party-list MPs elect. The 8 coalition parties are vying to form next government has 30 of them. Form the next government has 30 of their MPs being investigated, while those that will be in opposition have 41 MP being investigated. There are a total of 329 constituencies in 40 provinces that are proposed for endorsement.
In response to the news, Pitha Limjaroenrat stated that the pending of MP elects, 30 of which are within the coalition, will not affect the formation of the government, as they represent only a small number. When asked about what he thought about the current political situation after 1 month after the election, Pitha compared the situation to Turkey, which held election on the same day as Thailand. He said Turkey already saw in new administrator start working, but in Thailand the former government has not even been formed yet. Meanwhile, in a thank you speech delivered to MFP supporters in Lampang, Pita said public participation will drive change, be part of politics, be part of change, he said.
Meanwhile, the current caretaker Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has continued to update his Facebook Wednesday on how had equality and justice in Thailand. This was not only post he has seen the elections, he has posted 5 other posts on different issues.
นิวัฒน์ชัยเกษมมงคล The Secretary General of the National Anti-Corruption Commission stated that the leader of the Move Forward Party, Pita, filled the ITV shares as an administrator of this father inheritance. Bawalat had the latest.
According to Nivishai Pita included the chat as part of his ascent in 2019. Pita inherited. Pita submitted a court document declaring himself as the administrator of his father's inheritance. Along with the declaring of the chat, he said he added that the NACC is currently investigating answer Pita filed the chat under any other status. I am Bawalat Onkatop for Monday morning.
Chavalit Lauha Udompan, former MP of Move Forward Party, has raised concerns about the authenticity of ITV-led financial statement. According to Chavalit, the financial statement for year 2022 consists of 33 pages, was approved by the company board on February 24, 2023, and submitted to the Security and Exchange Commission. However, the report did not mention that the company was still involved in media activities. Adding to the discrepancy, the financial statement displayed on the Department Business TV Development website indicate that ITV is still actively operating and engaged in media-related ventures. Chavalit said that discrepancy suggests that the submitted financial statement is false and misleading. The latest announcement from ITV has shown that it is still running the business on the purpose-informed Department of Business Development.
Admiral Cheng Chai Chom Cheng Pat, the Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Thai Navy, disclosed that the military is closely observing the political developments in Thailand, particularly the ongoing process of the government formation. In terms of the prime ministerial voting, Admiral Cheng Chai emphasized that the Navy is making necessary preparations to address any potential disturbance or unrest related to waterways that may arise during the voting day.
Initially, Police Lieutenant General Willard Bao-in, MP elect from the Pheu Thai Party, who is the oldest member of the coalition, with the age of 89, will assume the temporary speaker role.
The Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment has announced that the decision will be reached later this month regarding the possibility of transporting an ailing male Thai elephant back to Chiang Mai from Sri Lanka. According to Natural Resource Environment Minister Waraput Silapa Asha, a team of Thai caretakers consisting of veterinarians and Mahaus has been prepared for elephant for its return since arriving in Sri Lanka on June 9. The elephant, known as Saksurin, was one of the 3 sent by Thailand as goodwill ambassador to Sri Lanka in 2001. A complaint was recently filed by the Rally for Animal Rights and Environment Group alleging that elephant has suffered mistreatment for several years, while the 2 other elephants reportedly remain in a good health. Warawut explained that the caretaker team had recently submitted the update, along with video and photo of Saksurin, to the Department of National Park, Wildlife and Plant Conservation. The reports indicate an improvement in the elephant condition, though the concern persists regarding of his fitness from being flown back to Thailand. Officials said that final decision will be made by the minister and caretaker team on June 28.
The Chon Buri provincial police chief is among 8 senior officers being investigated for allegedly including with civilians to extort 140 million Thai baht from 6 suspects in an online gambling case. Arrest warrants against the senior police were expected to issue on Sunday, said Deputy National Police Chief Police General Surachet Hakpan, who was on Saturday appointed by National Police Chief Police General Damrong Sakiti Prapat to head a special panel that will look into the suspected officers. He said investigators would initially press charges of malfeasance by public officials under Section 157 of the Criminal Code and demanding or receiving bribes under Section 149. Police Colonel Damrong Sak Onta, superintendent at the Cyber Investigation Bureau, has met the investigator to insist that he has not involved in the extortion case.
ผมก็เพิ่งทราบข่าวข้อเท็จจริงต่างๆเท่ากับพี่ๆนักข่าวทุกคนเลยว่าผมไปเกี่ยวข้องในเรื่องการที่มาร้องทุกข์กล่าวโทษกับพวกผมณเวลานี้ก็เลยอยากจะทราบข้อเท็จจริงว่าผมถูกกล่าวหาว่าทำผิดอย่างไรบ้างนะครับก็เลยมาวันนี้เรารับทราบข้อเท็จจริงแล้วหลังจากนี้เดี๋ยวผมขอเข้าไปทราบข้อเท็จจริงจากการสอบสวนให้ครบถ้วนก่อนยืนยันว่าทำหน้าที่โดยสุจริตแล้วถูกต้องตามภารกิจทุกอย่าง
อีกนิดนึงค่ะหน้าที่ของพี่คือเป็นชุดจับกุมตามหมายจับถูกไหมคะ
พี่เป็นหน่วยสนับสนุนในเรื่องของเก็บวัตถุพยานหลักฐานทางอิเล็กทรอนิกส์เพราะทางสอทจะมีความเชี่ยวชาญเฉพาะด้านนั้นได้รับการร้องขอมาก็ได้คำสั่งให้เป็นปฏิบัติเก็บพยานหลักฐานเสร็จก็กลับที่ตั้ง
Up next is the word of the day, then our world news.
Word of the day is sponsored by the Department of Foreign Languages
กลุ่มสาระการเรียนรู้ภาษาต่างประเทศ
คำศัพท์วันนี้เสนอคำว่า discrepancy สะกด D I S C R E P A N C Y อ่านว่า discrepancy
แปลว่าความไม่ตรงกันหรือความขัดแย้ง
ตัวอย่างประโยค The committee is reportedly unhappy about the discrepancy in number I am ธีรวัฒน์ห่วงสน from Monday Morning
This is World News from Monday Mornings. BTS and its legions of fans are celebrating the South Korean boy band's 10th anniversary. The festivities come with the group on hiatus as 2 BTS members undertake their 18-month mandatory military service, with others to follow. Frank Smith from TRT World reports.
Bring a friend, join the crowd, whoever want to come along, sings South Korea's BTS in the 2020 hit song Dynamite. This week the band celebrates its 10th anniversary with a festival in Seoul. Fans explain why the group is so popular.
BTS has always emphasized that music has no boundaries, and that has influenced more of their so-called army to come to South Korea from all over the world.
And it's not just the catchy tunes and dance moves which lead many to identify with the group and its unifying message.
5 years ago, my sister introduced me to them, and it was like a very difficult time in my life. So I knew their music, their lyrics, and I love that. And since then, I am a huge fan.
BTS is largely on hiatus as members Jin and J-Hope do a mandatory 18 months in the South Korean military, with other bandmates to soon begin their service. The fans have vowed to wait. BTS does follow in the footsteps of previous K-pop superstars such as Girls' Generation and Psy, but they've gone even further. And together, the socio-cultural phenomenon of the Korean wave has generated greater interest in South Korea. BTS also offered many around the world some solace during the COVID pandemic when their international fame peaked.
I discovered them during COVID, and they bring me so much happiness. I can wait 2 years and I don't care, I'm gonna be there.
BTS members have released singles periodically as fans anxiously await a post-military service reunion, perhaps in 2025. Frank Smith, TRT World, Seoul.
This is Monday Mornings. I'm Addison Yantaran, Phumrapi Kamsom, Busakon Tong Aram, and our team here. Bye-bye.